Hey yo bros and mofos, what the hell's going down? It's Only here and I'm back today showing you guys a little bit about my healer bow Khajiit build. His name is Arsekik'r, and I did just get a sweet new staff. I'm a pretty low level, so don't judge me. But anywho, since the first video about my build, I've kind of learned a little bit more about what the hell I'm doing on this game since it's been so long. And I've kind of made my dude a little bit more effective, efficient, lots of other words that start with E. And anyway, I want to show you guys about that. So, firstly, my bow powers. Okay, my bow's invisible. That's really stupid. Why is my bow invisible? Anyway, I've I've leveled up my vampirism, which is something that I really like. I love the vampirism, like the vampire skill line or whatever. So, um, I can now do this and disappear and show back up. Boom. It's really cool. It used to it's the mist form. I know a lot of you guys know that, but it's new to me, so I like it. It's really cool. I morphed it into the evasive mist. So it gives me like plus 30% movement speed whenever I'm doing that or whatever. So it really allows me to just like mist right through enemies and just keep on trucking. Like they can't even really hurt me when I'm in mist form. So it's really sweet. Also, I really wish it wasn't invisible. Like it's not even letting me target my dummy here. Okay. Anyway, we've still got the raining arrow stuff. I did go with the undaunted spiders because I'm pretty much all about slowness right now. Like all about slowing people down. And area of effect. So in dungeons and stuff, I like to take care of ads. Although a lot of the slow effects don't do anything to the ads if they're like too big. But um, anyway, so I really wish the skill line would show up. I can't even see. Let me pull up my skills and show you guys. So for let's see, for my bow, I've got the silver shards, which is the crossbow for the undaunted, which I would show you guys on my dummy, but apparently it's not working right now. Thank you, ESO. So I've got the crossbow. I've got the endless hail, which is the arrows coming down. I've got magnum shot. So magnum shot's something I use a lot. It's the one where if you and I morphed it to where it actually knocks me back too. But whenever I shoot them, it knocks them back 6 meters, and it knocks me back 6 meters. So it like I can shoot people off cliffs. It's pretty fun. And or like if I need to like get quick distance in between an enemy, I can just shoot them with that real quick, and it makes me fly back. Um, Even if they are immune to it, it still knocks me back. The trapping webs are the spiders, the undaunted spiders that I showed you guys. So that with the spiders, it reduces the movement speed of enemies in the target area by 50%. So that's one of my slows. Another one of my slows is the magnum shot, the one that knocks me back as well as them, because it let's see, I think it stuns them for like a couple seconds usually. So with the endless hail, with the arrows coming down, that doesn't necessarily slow them, but because of my armor set that I'm wearing, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second, it actually does help slow them a lot. With the silver shards, that's another slowing. So I have all my moves take slowing, and then I've got the elusive mist, the vampire mist thing. That's just to get out of sticky situations or to like cool down if I'm taking a lot of damage or whatever. So with Endless Hail, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about my set. Let's go jump to my armor set, and then I'll show you my Resto skills. So, inventory. Now, I've got the set for Bahara's Curse, or Barara's Curse. I'm not sure how you say it. Anyway, it's the Thieves Guild set that you get for doing stuff for the Thieves Guild. And let me take my my costume off here so you can see my armor. I don't think I've dyed it any. Oh, yeah, I did dye it. So, okay, most of this is Barara's Curse set. A few items are not. But what it does is whenever you have 5 items equipped from the Barara set, you get this really cool thing where whenever you deal damage, you have a 25% chance to create a desecrated ground for 5 seconds, which reduces the movement speed of enemies within by 70%, damages them for whatever, and heals you for 100% of the damage done. Now, the heal, I mean, this set, guys, like it does it for me. Like I'm all about slowing people, and this pretty much is constantly like with all the damage that I'm doing because I'm a DPS. Like I'm constantly making hits. I pretty much always have the little circle, the desecrated ground thing down that this gives me. So like that's a target, that's an arrow. So whenever I'm doing the hail of arrows, it's constantly making damage with each hit, which is giving me more and more chance to pull up one of those desecrated grounds. So like I said, like on top of me using my abilities and the endless hail coming down, and yeah, it's just it's a like I'm a super like I can slow some people down for you, all right, and knock them back even if they're getting too close. So that's my set, and I'm pretty much in love with the Thieves Guild set, Baralra's Curse, and I'll probably not do away with it for a while, because I freaking love it, like I said. But anyway, so enough with my bow abilities. Let's switch to my Resto staff. So for my first slot, I've got the ward. I like the ward. Putting wards on people is pretty sweet. Well, I morphed it so that I can actually give myself and a member ward at the same time. So for those of you who don't know what a ward is, which I doubt many of you don't know what a ward is, I'm pretty sure everyone does. It keeps like it absorbs a little bit of damage and then it'll go away. But you can like it's cheap. Well, it's relatively cheap. I can always just throw it right back up. My next slot is Dampen Magic, which was morphed from I can't remember what it was, but it's the one where you I'll show you in a minute. It's basically a buff for yourself, just like the ward, just to absorb some damage for like a certain amount of time. And so this is, I'll show you. The ward is this, and it doesn't last very long, but like I said, it's pretty cheap. And then I've got this buff for myself. This one absorbs quite a bit. I think it absorbs a little bit more than the ward does. And then I've got Rapid Regeneration on my next slot, which a lot of healers do. It's the one where you put your staff in the air and it like shoots a little beam to like you and maybe two teammates or whatever that heals you like pretty slowly over time. So it's a nice little something to just keep doing every now and then. And then I've got on my next slot the Breath of Life, which is from my my Restoring Light skill tree, which I don't have many of. I only have the Restoring Light Ultimate and the Breath of Life because it's instant. I like it. It's pretty instant. I like that. My next slot is Immovable, which is a buff from physical and spell resistance for quite like 13 seconds, and you get it from I think what is it? Heavy armor. Yeah, it's your heavy armor ability. It's the only heavy armor ability. So I like to stay buffed up. I can put a ward on myself. I can put this on, and I can do this. So I'm pretty buffed up, as you can see, which allows me actually to jump off of really high cliffs without dying. It's pretty sweet. I really like that. So, oh, my bow's back. Okay, now it's not hidden anymore. It's pretty basic, but anyway, and my Resto bow ultimate is the Rite of Passage, like I said, and my bow. Did I say my Resto bow? My Resto staff ultimate is the Breath of Life, or whatever it is. No, not Breath of Life. I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up here. My Resto staff ultimate is Rite of Passage, and my bow ultimate is the Bat Swarm. So I'm not sure if I even have enough ultimate right now to show you. No, I don't. But it calls in a bunch of bats, does a bunch of damage, and it's like an area of effect ultimate. So anyway, dudes, I'm going to put my costume back on because I like it. I dyed myself. I made it a restoring color for my jacket so people know like I'm a Resto Khajiit. But anyway, dudes, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Subscribe if you want to see more shit like this, or if you want to see Ark Survival Evolved videos, because I do a lot of those. In the meantime, though, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.